I often find myself caught between two worlds, a cultural and nascent background forged by growing up overseas in Ghana, and the other being my architectural and higher education in the United States. My design sensibilities often wrestle between these 2 points, balancing an appreciation for the specificity of place and people with a desire to appeal to the cosmopolitan and the universal. An interest in art and representation and fabrication helped me merge these points into my architecture and design goals. I like to think of myself as an explorative maker, using the physical, digital, and mechanical tools around me to translate my design efforts to others. Hello, my name is Victor Ohene, and I'm a third year MRC1 student at the Harvard GSD, and this is a brief snippet of my story. Last semester, my studio brief was centered around the thesis of place and proposed that architecture could learn from land art and how it situates itself in a place and considers site as a key driver for design. Our program was a rest stop for truckers and campers on the mudflats of Utah between Wendover and Salt Lake City. The project began with a drawing triptych in which I had to analyze Eduardo Chida's Comb of the Wind. My drawing was a reflection of my interest in graphic media to represent Chida's most popular work in his least popular medium, lithographs. Each drawing in the larger composition highlights their material relationship to their environment, their fabrication, installation, and phenomenology. The series of drawings translate an artwork best experienced in person to a digital medium, alluding to its relation to its context. My architectural intervention began with a simple question: can I build on a land dike, a prominent landscape feature in the region? My design incorporated a simple extrusion of a shed, mimicking the geometry of a dike. This shed was designed to graft onto land dikes, providing space for occupancy. Within this shell are then prefabricated program pods arrayed along its interior. Pods are assigned for different functioning from bathrooms to cafe to showers to sleeping pods and utility. Circular vitrines at either end help provide extra structural stability and storage for water towards a net zero off-grid design. Ellie's speculative sketches on this section in particular helped work through questions of circulation, occupancy, and structure. Lessons from the Comb of the Wind led to considerations of material and space and context. A contrast in the north and south facades balance opening views to the landscape beyond and recreating the spectacle of a mirage to the highway. Material contrasts in the interior create differences between public, private, and semi-private spaces. Blurring the ends of the building zones create open-air spaces for gathering. I like to experiment in other modes of representation besides drawing when possible. The project started with a still image collage, trying to find a form that works on the site, and ended with a stop-motion video, a playful choreography as a proxy to construction. Both processes help justify the existence of a building in such a place, burdened by ground and weather conditions that vary drastically diurnally and by season. Prototyping and model making helped create proxies for reality, and working in different scales advanced the design through multiple phases. As I mentioned earlier, methods of making and fabrication are of great interest to me. Making of the model leveraged tools available but had a balance between the hand and the machined. Also, in the design of the rest stop, modules were made to fit on flatbed trucks with materials that could easily be sourced. The frame was designed to be made in parts with some levels of pre-assembly. A suggested phase design process was reflected in the making of the model, creating a relationship of model as building and building as model. As part of this choreography in an effort to reduce time spent on the sometimes harsh site conditions. And more I can bring to Gensler, a dedication towards the program, performance, and occupation of architecture rooted in plausibility and context, curiosity in alternative media for representation, and a reserved awareness to know that I still have much to learn and an openness to learn from others. While I speak to one project today, I speak to my design sensibilities at large. This project tells a story of a place and how I related to it, and this video tells a brief story of me and how we can relate to each other. Thank you.